Stephen added 100,000. This is a challenge. Charlie smiled slightly at this time, and raised his hand again. I give out 30 million. I go. This F*C king crazy. This buddy is too rigid. 2 million is 20 million, and 20.1 million is 30 million. Charlie's handwriting scared everyone on the scene. Stephen also collapsed. What is Charlie doing? Is he really so rich? 30 million. One can buy 15 pieces of this jade. No matter who pays this price, it will be a big taker. Charlie asked Stephen again at this time, Mr. Stephen, come on, continue. Stephen panicked. 30 million to buy a piece of jade. If he let the family know, he will die. Sister Aushway is afraid that he will be crippled for life. But, so many people are watching. How to do it? Stephen's face was red and white. The auctioneer bid 30 million once. 30 million twice. The lively audience at the scene began to shout. Mr. Stephen bid. Mr. Stephen, you have to be hard. Mr. Stephen, don't let us look down on you. Mr. Stephen, are you really persuaded? You just pretended to be so forceful, and now you are afraid? Charlie said with a smile, Mr. Stephen, if you don't bid, you will lose. Stephen was eye-catching at this time, and he hesitated for a moment, but his reason still defeated his impulse. He said angrily, I give up. Cut. Force. What a shame. What AF*C king shame. There was a burst of scolding and laughter at the scene, making Stephen face lost. He even regretted coming out today, otherwise, he wouldn't be so embarrassed. Feeling extremely embarrassed, Stephen was very angry for a while, turned his head and saw Charlie's teasing eyes, even more furious. He couldn't help rushing out of his private room and walked to Charlie to question. This rug, Wade, did you deliberately fix me? Charlie slowly picked up water on the table, took a sip, and said, no one is forcing you to bid with me. You are the one who insists on doing it against me. If you do, you become angry and pathetic? Warnya on the side also said coldly, Mr. Stephen, the auction rules are like this. I would like to accept the bet and don't come if I can't afford it. Stephen gritted his teeth with anger, but he didn't dare to offend Warnya. Not done with you. Stephen pointed at Charlie fiercely with his hand, and returned to the box angrily. Charlie couldn't help but shook his head. With Stephen, the prodigal son, the Chin family thought it would be difficult. Under everyone's gaze, Charlie continued to swipe the premium card to pay. Anyway, it was Chin Gang's money, and it didn't hurt at all to spend it. Anyway, if Chin Gang knew that he had spent so much money because of the prodigal Stephen of their Chin family, what would he be like? The man might Stephen to relieve the anger? Really interesting. 1 hour later, the auction was nearing completion. During this period of time, Stephen didn't bid even once, and he was probably afraid of Charlie. At this moment, several waiters struggled to push a trolley onto the stage with a huge object on it. Charlie suddenly held his breath and looked up to the stage. He felt a strong aura. At this moment, Mr. Jingai in the next box was also refreshed, staring at the lot. This is the final treasure. However, when Fungi Bao opened the curtain covering it, the crowd showed disappointment. Because what was on the cart turned out to be a big, tattered reef with seaweed and dried shells attached to it. There was a lot of discussion in the audience, and they didn't understand why Treasures regarded this broken stone as the finale. At this time, Fungi Bao explained. Don't worry, everyone, this is the final product of this show, natural clams. This clam is naturally generated on the seafloor. It has been identified that the shellfish has been 100 years old and has been soaked on the seafloor for thousands of years after death. The shell has shown a natural pattern, making it definitely a unique treasure. After speaking, he ordered the courtesy lady to wipe off a piece for everyone to watch. Sure enough, the exposed palm-sized area showed a transparent gold-red color like amber, which was beautiful. This time the venue was a complete sensation. The price of crustaceans in the international arena ranges from 30,000 to 50,000, and the lifespan of shells is only 20 to 100 years, and this clam has 100 years of age. It is not easy, and it is definitely among the treasures. The best treasures. It is even more rare than it has slept on the seabed for thousands of years. The color is golden red and transparent, and there is a natural 4D pattern. It can be said that it has an excellent meaning and is the top treasure among the clams. The starting price of this clam is $9 million.